Welcome back.
To Marriage Beyond the Veil.
Well, first of all, we need to apologize for yesterday's post, which didn't occur
Oops.
because we were traveling and we just simply forgot. However, but for today, what we want to talk about is really sharing best practices with other couples in marriage, very honestly, of
Yes.
course.
When you've been married for as long as we have, people always say, well, how did you do it? Or how did you stay married for so long? Part of that is just being very honest with ourselves, but also honest with other people. So I think it's really important that when you meet young couples or people that are on this journey, that you share honestly about the highs and the lows, the good, the bad, the ups and the downs, and everything in between.
Well, and there are a great many things when you've been together for a long time. You've endured things, you've grown, you've learned what works well, what haven't worked well. To be able to share those kinds of things with others,
Right.
sharing the best practices that you've learned, so that as a young couple, or maybe even if you're not young, but if you've not experienced the same things, you don't have to go through what somebody else has gone through to
No,
get the
you don't.
lesson.
Nope, you
Yeah.
sure don't. Yeah. So it's just really important that as you, I lost my train of thought.
Well, as you benefit from what you've experienced, that you afford others the opportunity to benefit from it. And of course, they get to choose to accept it, reject it, or whatever they want. However, just being willing and available to pour into others what someone may have poured into you or what they didn't. Because I've learned on this journey in life that there have been people that have helped me along the journey with wisdom, with knowledge and things. But then there have been those that have not been willing. And so either way, I realize the value of being able to help someone along, even if someone didn't help you along.
Yeah, and I know for me, when I ask my mom now, I say, well, if you could tell me one thing or if you want to share one thing with me, now she's willing and she'll share some different things. But early on, not so much. She's like, oh, you'll figure it out.
Work it out. Work it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. But now as she's gotten older and she's, dealing with my dad and, so she does share a whole lot. And I said, well, Mom, how do you do it? And she openly shares. She does.
So that's just something that we think is really, really beneficial. Whatever you've learned, what has worked well for you, what hasn't worked well for you, be willing to share that with others. Now, of course, you don't want to just bum guard somebody, kick the door in their relationship and say, here, you need to know this. But if they're seeking, be willing to share. Because again, what has been a blessing to you in your love relationship can also be a blessing to others. So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same, and we remember the post.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.